Greetings and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. We are getting oh so close to conclusion, and some of the meta-narrative is making its way into our little friendship journey. We didn't really get to know Fozza for who he was or is. He was manipulated. Time and space spent to make him a subservient, obedient little crony, basically. But no matter, for now. Perhaps it will matter. Perhaps it will not. But now it is time for volume 16 of Cult and Captivation. Now it is time to be captivated by this glorious look. Oh, you can't even see it because of the, well, never mind. We'll see him in a second. By this glorious clown bastard. Look at that, he's got the whole kiss makeup going on and everything. It's brilliant. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like confidence incarnate. He crash landed on Alterni 16 long episodes ago, and sometimes you feel like you've been here forever. You've had many adventures and met many Alternians, some all, none of whom have become your friends. But now, for some reason, you have a hunch that you're near the end of your Alternian travels. For one thing, you seem to be coming to the edge of the populated region you've been walking through all the time you've been here. For another, the intense craving that has animated you throughout your journey feels like it might be waning. It's not quite gone, but like a diner who stuffed himself to bursting but is still seeking that last sweet morsel that will make his meal complete, you're still on the prowl for the very sweetest morsel of friendship. And let's go to Mr. Marvus Zolota. Zolota. Well, if you say Zolota, that just means gold in Russian. Gold. And he has a bit of gold frills, and oh my, he's a performer. Look at that. He's got the stick and everything. Oh dear. He's got glorious hair. Look at that. All of the hair. Anyway, Marvus Zolota. What's up with that? You find yourself ambling down the road without any particular destination in mind. It seems you don't have much to do, much active searching to land yourself in varying combinations of adventure and or disaster. Where will the vicissitudes of fate next lead you? Who knows? You walk for a while like that. You've just about lost all hope of running into a wacky contrivance when your palm husk lights up with the delightful and or foreboding sound of friendship. Someone is calling you. You're less excited to see that the person who happens to be calling you Zebra. For fuck's sake, fuck off, Zebra. God damn it. Why is he? God damn, he's like literally the worst one so far. Still. God damn that fucking bastard. Alright. What the fuck does this asshole want? It's not that you dislike Zebra. I hate him. Precisely, I hate him. It's just that you might struggle to rank him above literally any other troll you've met. Yeah, no shit. Including the yellow guy who loves genocide. Yeah, at least he's having fun. I don't even remember who that one is. But like, at least he's honest. Zebra is just like the most dishonest, like self-absorbed piece of shit ever. Like, I hate him. I actually hate him. I think I expressed that even more aggressively during his episode. Because good fucking lord, that fucker. Goddamn. But you're not one to leave a friend hanging. You dutifully answer the call. Why? Ah, my good friend, you picked up. Awfully quickly, I might add. Yeah, you just love friendship. You ask Zebra why he's calling. Do I need a reason to call? Is the thrill of dialectical repose not cause enough to make social contact with one of my dearest adversaries / friend, or maybe more depending on whether you feel comfortable with and interested in at any given point in time? You have no idea how to even respond to that. Ha ha ha, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I stand to incur material gain from your association. I need you to stay right where you are. Well, what are you going to do? Hang up? You stand right where you are and stay on the line. You ask what Zebra is up to, but he won't say. Tells you he needs to concentrate. Eventually, you notice a strange shape resolving in the distance down the road, drawing nearer slowly but steadily. After a while longer of waiting, the figure in the distance grows close enough for you to tell that it's Zebra. Oh, that's you say. It looks like he's riding on some kind of incredibly cursed hover segway. Yeah, I'm coming, sweetie. Sweetie? Fuck off with that, sweetie. You would say it takes maybe 15 minutes or so for him to make it the entire way over on his hover scoot. Okay. There you are. Impressed by my new ride? No. Oh, yeah, you say you're very impressed. I knew you would be. I brought it out because tonight is a very special night. Or it will be, if you'd be so kind as to make me the happiest troll on Alternia. How about no? Is he, like, proposing to you? What? Never mind. You ask him what he's vague blogging about. But indeed, the real question of what are you doing this evening? Well, it's not like you've ever had any plans to do anything besides stupidly bumble into one of ludicrous boondoggle after another. Seems like whatever he's alluding to inviting you to probably fits the bill for being included in your long itinerary of unspecified dumbass bullshit you are bound to get embroiled in anyway. Fantastic! Well, it just so happens that I managed to get my hands on 2 tickets to Clownfest X Rex. And I thought, who better to take along than my dearest alien associate of unspecified nature? You have no idea what Clownfest X Rex is, but it's not off to a good start with the name, no. Oh, I should have known you wouldn't be familiar with it. It's a little sophisticated for an off-world reprobate such as yourself. It's a music festival centered around purple blood performers. Now, normally I wouldn't trifle with high blood entertainment, disgustingly oppressive as it is. But when you think about, aren't clowns the most disprivileged class of them all? You don't ask him to explain what he means by that, because everyone would be really angry reading it. Great to toss your meaty moral body into a clown pit to get moshed to death or whatever. That sounds less fucking awful. Fuck it, means we're here to meet Zoloto, so, you know. Let's go. I knew you'd be there for me. Alright, let's go. Zebra invites you to hop onto the back of his scooter so you can head out to Clownfest. You say you're not sure this is the most effective avenue of locomotion. Zebra tells you it's all the rage and not to be a little bitch about it. So, let me tell you a little about my plans for tonight. It feels like the scooter is going even slower than it was when he arrived, now that it's struggling under the weight of 2 people. You see, my favorite rhyme juggler on the planet is going to be there tonight. His name is Marvus Zoloto. You might have heard of him, he's pretty famous. You say you've never heard of him because you're an alien. Oh, right. Well, he's only the best in all of Alternia. He came up from a few sweeps back when he won first place on Slam or Get Called. Oh, please tell me you at least know what Slam or Get Called. You do not know about Slam or Get Called. Tch. Well, it's a bi-sweeply reality program where aspiring slam poets compete to prove who has what it takes. It's really cutthroat stuff. I mean, I think there are at least 5 decapitations a season. The competition is about skill. No matter the blood color or who is competing, the troll who wins is the troll who has the nastiest flow and dopest bars. Everyone has an equal shot. I mean, sure, a high blood has won every season to date, but it's basic biology that the clowns are better at rhyming than everyone else. Even if high bloods were low bloods, that would still be true. That's equality. Sure. Yeah, makes sense. You think this is really progressive stuff he's saying. Where could he have possibly gotten so educated and smart? Oh, you flatter me. Anyway, as you know, I am deeply connected in the music industry. But because of oppressive hemospectrum systems, I'm afraid I'm only truly afforded downward mobility. The clown sphere is a really insular, close-knit community. But with the right hustle, I'm going to break that glass ceiling. Marvus is the perfect troll to bring me into the fold. You say this guy sounds pretty brutal. Are you sure you want to actually meet this clown? What, Marvus? Ha! I mean, sure, he does what he needs to survive in a rigidly ossified power system that could never be truly dismantled by the actions of a single individual. But that doesn't mean that he supports it. Contrary to what you might think, Marvus is a spectacularly subversive figure in the industry. If you listen to his music, really listen, you'll hear some borderline revolutionary stuff. I think he'd tear it all down if he could. I might have mentioned it, but being a clown is kind of woke. That's why I've always wanted to probe that think pan of his, really get to the bottom of his radical praxis, and help spread his message of social reform to the masses. and you're going to help me do it. After 4 hours of scooting and one excruciatingly detailed, unbroken account of the events of the past 3 seasons of Slammer Get Called, you arrive at Clownfest XRX. Good fucking lord, spending 4 hours with Zebra. Fuck. That's torture. That's fucking torture. That's goddamn torture. Fuck. He's a fuck. Bleh. Anyway, I hope Marvus is illuminating like every other clown has been. Clownfest feels more like a circus than your idea of a music festival. In the distance is a wide open field dotted with disorganized masses of people, all gathered before a nightmarish stage you presume to be the site of the evening's main event. The entrance to the festival grounds opens up into something of a parking lot, filled with whimsical tents and people selling various snacks and refreshments. You see a clown juggling what looks like at least 7 hot dogs. Absolutely ghoulish. You're glad Demon isn't here to see this. Zebra brings you up to the gates, flashes your tickets, and gets you wristbanded and admitted to the festival grounds. Seems like there's still some time before the performance is slated to start, which is amazing because we spent 4 hours in transit. There are some spectators already gathered in the field, but those of more privileged bloodcasts are lined up around the tents in the lot to buy food and merchandise. While you walk around the festival grounds, you ask Zebra what exactly he has planned. What could you possibly do to get him in good with the clowns? Zebra takes it as an invitation to whisper conspiratorially into your ear. His breath is hot and heavy against your hearing canal. Here's the plan, my sweet little rust drop. We get in, wait for the show to start, and then when Marvus comes onto stage, really gets into his act, you're going to jump the barricade and rush the stage. Or at least you're going to try. Of course I'm going to stop you. I'll tackle you before you make it to the stage and I'll call you right in front of Marvus and everybody. Really? That's your fucking plan? Come on. Correct. That's a correct answer. Oh, calm down. I'm trying to tear down the stereotype so that lowbloods are all simple-minded dullards and you aren't doing your people any favors by reinforcing the cause for prejudice. Obviously, I'm not going to really kill you. You'll simply pretend to play dead after I've heroically foiled your black designs on Marvus. My actions will firmly place me with Marvus's ashen quadrant, so he'll have no choice but to recognize me. And then the clowns will see what a hero I am, and praise me, and bring me backstage to reward me. It's a really flawless plan, my dear. If you just do what you're told, nothing will go wrong. Before you can proffer any critique of this caper, the jovial clamor of chatting and the revelry surrounding you is pierced by a rising chorus of blood-curdling shrieks. You look around to ascertain the source of the dreadful sound, but it becomes quickly apparent that those were not screams of pain at all. You know what's up when Zebra joins in with the ear-splitting squeals. That's him! It's the man of the hour himself. An expensively dressed juggalo is making his way through the crowd, flanked by a robust team of hulking indigo bloods. Every aspect of him telegraphs unimaginable celebrity. The purposefully disheveled yet fashionable fit of his clothes, the swagger of his step, the 10-man camera crew trailing behind him. He walks with a measured poise despite the chaos rising around him. Dozens and dozens of young trolls are flinging themselves at his entourage without any apparent concern for their safety. The bodyguards are roundhouse kicking the eager teens into the ground left and right like a bloody blend of adolescent aliens. It's pure carnage. He really knows how to draw a crowd, doesn't he? A minute ago was tough to truly grasp the hype, but after seeing him in person, you don't know what it is, but this swaggy clown has an undeniable gravitas that commands the attention of everyone around him. I mean, yeah, it's impossible to look anywhere else. Even the alternating moonlight seems to endeavor to glint off his golden accoutrements twice as bright. But he's gone just as quickly as he arrived, up to the festival stage to set up his act. He leaves a bloody void in his wake. Zebra is bouncing on the walls of his feet following the encounter. He clearly can't wait to get up into the pit, and to be honest, neither can you. What is it about a good clown that's so utterly irresistible? Who knows? Zebra takes you up to the field spread out before the stage. There are thousands and thousands of trolls already standing around, ready for the show to start. From the looks of the crowds in the back breaking down the tents, there have been rustbloods camping out for days to secure their spot. but even those hard-won locations are much further to the back than where Zebra is leading you. There aren't many high bloods here by comparison, so Zebra is able to take you to walk right in, muscle past all the Cerulins and grab a spot by the barricade with maybe 5 minutes to spare before the show starts. There are some roadies up on stage now dashing around to finalize all the equipment arrangements. Oh, shoot! Did you remember to bring your concert diaper? What? Excuse you? Zebra turns to you with wide eyes. You're awfully close together now, boxed in by the swell of trolls pushing your bodies closer and closer to the stage. You know, your concert diaper. You don't actually know. You don't have a single clue about your concert diaper. You ask him if he's wearing his concert diaper. He pats the front of his pants, which you notice are looking a bit plumper than usual. Of course. You can't just come to one of these things without your concert diaper. Things in the pit can get pretty intense, bro, and you can't leave to use the little caper after it starts. Man, you're really going to regret not bringing your concert diaper. So is everyone around us. Ugh. Before you can even attempt to formulate a response to that, the crowd breaks into thunderous cheering. But does this event take literally days to complete or something? Concert diaper, that's a new one. Your heart skips a beat as you look up. But of course the clown who's climbing up to the center stage isn't him. Marv's clearly too hot to blow on the first act, now he's the finishing act. All the same, people are real fired up over this raggedy juggalo. He seems like a serviceable clown, you suppose. He's got enough gold chains and is reasonably swaggy. He gets bumping, drops a few bars. It's fine, you guess, but he's not your clown. You know the moment you lay eyes on Marvus that he was the only clown your heart would ever be able to see again. Zebra leans into your ear and has to yell to be heard over the sounds of the music and the crowd. Cha! I've never much liked Rapster Slamsy's work, to be honest. Sure, the beats are produced well, but he has a very insipid sense of lyricism. Trezor's a clown this, Trezor's indefatigable military might that. We get it, you want to harpoon the heiress. Who doesn't, honestly? We don't need to hear about it all day. As all 15 minutes of mildly provocative slams to get later, and old Slazzy slinking off backstage. As soon as he's gone, a new Jester takes the fall. If you want to get into the music, it proves difficult. Every new act they bring onto the stage is immediately followed by a hollering earful of Zebra's scathing critiques. You wonder why he's so fixated on getting in good with this gaggle of urban farceurs if he thinks so little of their technical and artistic merits to begin with, because he's just a bootlicker. As you stand lean sweatily against this barricade, you're starting to wonder if it's all worth it. Could the sight of a single rapping man really outweigh all the physical and psychic agony of waiting and standing and stewing in the heat of the pit? Will you have just endured nearly 3,000 words of hanging out with Zebra for something that will ultimately let you down? But as the penultimate clown trundles off the set, the taste of the air changes. The lights on the stage go dark, the booming sound system goes quiet, and a tremulous hush falls over the crowd. You feel your heart stop in that silence. You know down to your bones that this is the moment you've been waiting for. From Sea Dweller to Rustblood, nobody moves. The sound of his light footsteps against the darkened stage can only be audible to someone as close as you. The anticipation swallows you whole. When the floodlights snap back on and illuminate his astounding figure center stage, you feel it. Though yet of modest stature, the lanky juggalo has the presence of a man 1,000,000 feet tall. He radiates a power the likes of which you've never felt before. You feel him inside of you intimately, religiously, indelibly. Yes, this is it. This is your clown. Then he opens his mouth to utter what feels like the most important words you've ever heard in your life. Hey! All hell breaks loose, everyone is screaming around you. You grip tight on the barricade as you stare up at him, glowering, messianic, arms outstretched to drink in the zealous fervor of the crowd, all incited by a single, incredibly powerful word. Hey! God! You'll never forget it!
What up, guys? Hello? Your jug's ready to cook.
You can't help it. You start screaming. You're so fucking ready!
Well, these buddies be baking beads. Cheers. Any of y'all forget your concert diapers because your eggs are here.
You feel racked by shame. How could you forget your concert diaper? You'll never be so foolish again.
Wait tight. I'm freshen things up on the air. You hear me?
Zebra takes hold of your hand and squeezes it tight. You appreciate the gesture. God, he's so fucking beautiful. You understand. You feel deeply, utterly devastated to know how far out of your grasp he is. Why would a man like that ever even look at you? There's no way someone so tremendous, so magnificent, so extravagant would waste his time offering his friendship to someone as insignificant as you. But as desolating as that feeling may be, you aren't ready to put him out of your life just yet. Maybe there are other ways you can be close to him. Listen to his music. Follow him wherever he goes. Dedicate your life to him. You want to know everything about him that you can. Maybe in this way you can honor him. Befriend him in your own heart, if not his. Is a love one-sided any less beautiful? When the music at the last starts to blast through the speakers, you ascend. The pain in your legs and your back disappears. You feel nothing but streaming euphoria. You thank the forces of serendipity for guiding you to the glorious epiphany of this beatific singularity. The show's nothing to scoff at either. You, a highly discerning individual, know to frequently make posts online regarding the quality of rap and whether or not those who purport to possess such ability do in fact have the requisite bars, are fluently blown away by the act. It's some really good stuff. He's just really going in hard and hot with those raps. Not that intensity is the sole barometric of the quality of hip-hop. The fire that Marvus is dropping is a broad contemporary performance that would equally satisfy an aficionado of any relevant subgenre. Not a single thing about him is even slightly racist.
Okay, sure.
You're really starting to get into the zone when Zebra starts to scream in your ear again. You're already going deaf from the concert as it was. I think it's about time to get this show on the road, don't ya?
That.
Fuck you, Zebra. I think we have to? No, I want to say fuck you, Zebra first. No fucking way. Are you kidding, you say? There's no way you're going to vault over that barricade and try to make an attempt at Marvus' life, fake or not. For one thing, the plan is fucking stupid, and you'd immediately die. Second of all, Marvus is a beautiful artist with the soul of a true poet, and you're not going to help anyone attempt to exploit his celebrity for selfish purposes. You conclusively inform Zebra that he'll have to find someone else to help him hoodwink sweet Marvus. What's that? I can't hear you over all the incredibly vicious and beautiful rapping. You tell Zebra that you're not doing it. You just want to listen to the rest of the concert and enjoy yourself. Zebra seems horribly taken aback. What? But I thought we were friends. You reassure Zebra that you are friends, but affirming a friendship doesn't necessarily require one to embark upon a ludicrous suicide pact in order to socially hornswoggle a rhythmically gifted Merenderer. What? You're hardly Thelma and Louise, get real. You tell Zebra he needs to find someone else to help him cozy up to the clown's inner circle. Zebra harumph, offended, and decides to go. He starts to push away through the crowd down the length of the barricade. And with that, you're free to turn your gaze back to this mirthful eminence and embrace the new peace you have found in his artwork. But Marvus only keeps distributing dope and the crowd only gets rowdier. Before you know it, you find yourself being wrenched into the writhing mass, jostled about and subsumed by the transcendent power of the music. Your pitiful little body becomes nothing but a note in his wicked symphony, a raindrop washed away in the rapids. Some time ago you might have accepted your fate here and allowed yourself to be trampled by the mob, but you have something to live for now. Even as you feel yourself begin to physically break, those sick beats tether you spiritually to the mortal world. His ruthless bars cut through the heat and the sweat and the heavy stench of piss and meat, drawing you like a sailor to the siren's song. Not even death could wrench you free of his grasp. In spite of the odds, you manage to muscle your way back up to the fore. You exit the mosh pit a shattered mess, bruised, battered, and broken, hanging on only by the most tenuous of threads. As you look around you, you get a glimpse of your fate. You're surrounded on all sides by trolls who have collapsed and been trampled dead, faces frozen in a rictus of ecstasy. Given how lightheaded you feel, you aren't long for this world either. But you can carry on a bit further. For him. Wow. He's really something else, that Marvus. You think as your wasted body slumps against the barricade. It's all you can do to lift your weak head and stare up at him, drinking up his boundless audiovisual wonder as your vision starts to blur and your consciousness begins to fade. You jerk back to your senses when you feel something splashing over your face. You cast around wildly for the source of the water. To your disbelief, you see that it was Marvus. He's standing at the edge of the stage, gyrating his hips to the choreography as he looks down at you in concern. It's like staring into the groin of an angel. He waits for a break in his verse to cover his mic and mouth to you.
Yo, buddy, you alright?
You can't believe how gracious he is. To see a humble fan such as yourself in pain and stop to make sure you're okay. Is this real? Or have you passed on to heaven after all? Your gaze tracks up from his well-proportioned crotch to the generous view offered by the plunging neckline of his shirt. You're all right now. You've never been more right in your life. Marvus jumps off the stage into that impassable purgatory that separates it from the pit, the gods from the mortals, and makes his way over to you. He stretches out his hands.
Hey, babe. Want to dance?
Your broken bones are no obstacle. Instinct propels you over the barricade and into his arms. He catches you like you've been both waiting your entire lives for this moment. You've never felt more warm or safe. He scoops you up with his incredible strength and carries you back onto the stage. Marvus is talking to his mic again, so his words reverberate through the entire field.
Look what we got here. Seems like a fox and love like cut to the front of the line, my friends. LOL.
The remainder of the crowd that's still conscious bows viciously. What? What's happening? Oh. You're clearly bleeding red from being stomped in the face several times in the mosh pit. And in the murky lights of the stage, it looks awfully burgundy.
Someone's been naughty, sir.
Yes, you've been so naughty, you say into the mic.
No remorse. For damn shame.
The crowd jeers.
Well, we clearly got a criminal on our damn hands. What do you think I should do with him? Any opinions?
The response is disjointed, but still functionally unanimous. Amidst the clamor, one word keeps ringing out clearly. Kill. Kill.
Kill! 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 Wow, y'all want me to kill him? Sheesh, that's brutal. Well, I ain't want to lay down my fans, you hear me? Justice be fucking done, my mere man. Way better the way you cap off a wicked night than with a little gut blood shower, LOL.
Well, you're hardly qualified to question Marvus's judgment. If what he wants is to publicly execute you in front of a crowd of his adoring fans, you guess that's how it has to be. You surrender completely as Marvus directs the stage hands to help him erect some sort of makeshift crucifix. You don't struggle as he carries you over and ties you up, suspended above the crowd. All the spotlights shine on you, burning hot. The audience's rapturous screams deafen you. But all you can see is Marvus approaching you ringed in otherworldly light. His back is to the crowd, so you are the only one who can see his face like this. Intense, focused, merciless. A gaze meant only for you. You've never felt more special. He steps up before you, face to face. You stare into his eyes, enthralled. Such clear eyes, so potent and beautiful. Your only regret is that you can't gaze into them for longer. Marvus takes hold of his cane and in a fluid motion draws out its rapier-sharp hidden blade. The metal glints 1,000 colors in the light of the stage, almost as awesome as he is. You hope he strikes true. Yours will be a magnificent death. But then, he winks. A fleeting moment of understanding passes between you. Could it be that Marvus is the friend you've been searching for after all? Oh, is it a fool's flight of fancy to dream so? He draws in close, rearing up as if to strike, and as he raises his blade, his jacket lifts up too, exposing his vulnerable clown pit. If you leaned in just now, maybe, just maybe, you could. I don't know what to do here. We're enthralled. Let's take a whiff of his armpit. You can't help yourself. You lean right into the clown's swampy armpit and breathe in deep. The scent is like nothing you've ever smelled before. It's like the thick flavor ambrosia glazed over an ogre's musk. Wet teriyaki socks, sprinkled with a seasoning of pure passion. Powerful, indomitable, and beyond intoxicating. Oh, you can't get enough. You sniff and then you snuff, sucking as much of the hot, salty odor into your nostrils as possible. So delicious. The fresh bouquet of exertion brought about by hard, relentless work, freely flowing as the manifestation of his raw talent. You could spend the rest of your life nestled into this just as fragrant pit, which might be literally what happens. You hope he allows you the indulgence. Were you so bold, you might even take a hearty lick. Oh, how could it possibly taste? If the smell alone is so wonderful, with that, you could suckle even a single drop of that sweet, just as hunky tang. You imagine some poor Let's Player having to read every delectable sentence of these odoriferous paragraphs aloud and get a little hot and bothered. It's entertaining, I'm gonna say. I'm not really... Armpit is not my thing at all. Honestly, that's... no thanks, but... Good meta commentary though. It's almost appropriate. Almost works, but not really. Anyway, let's continue. But you aren't quite that brave. Marvus brings down the blade. It sinks deep into the wood beside your neck. This was no accident. A jester so powerful surely would not miss. He's sparing your life. You're so humble that your bladder evacuates on the spot. Your urine is as hot on your legs as Marvus's gaze is on your face. You really wish that you'd thought to bring your concert diaper. Marvus gives you a look, and then glances pointedly to his cane sword. You take the hint and make an exaggerated reaction like you've just been stabbed for real. You grab at your neck, sputtering, flailing. The high bloods right at the front can tell you haven't really been stabbed, and they're a little disappointed, but it's not as clear to the trolls further back. Somewhere around the mass of teal bloods, the illusion really hits home. They start going fucking bonkers back there. The apeshit wave travels back to the burgundies and then ricochets back home to the high bloods. You crack one eye open as you play dead. This time, it's nothing like a controlled moshing during the performance. This is pure anarchy. A whirlwind of death and brutality. Trolls are at each other's throats, literally ripping each other apart with fang and claw. All the blood spraying into the air makes the humidity really skyrocket. At some point, when the ratchet becomes less than melodic, the clowns all come out for a final encore to drown out the sounds of the screaming. They start wrapping up a real storm. After about 45 seconds, a full 2/3 of the crowd are completely dead on the ground. Jesus Christ, that's some serious concert death, my lord. The performance finally ends once every single troll in the crowd has collapsed either from death or exhaustion. Only once the audience has worn itself out do the clowns call it quits. They all start filing backstage, but for Marvus, who stops to take you down from the cross. Your beloved clown cradles you in his arms like the Pieta, gently petting your blood-spattered face.
You hanging in there, fam?
You tell him yes, while continuing to play dead. You don't want to foil his ruse.
Okay, gravy.
He picks you back up and carries you off the stage. The clowns have little green rooms set up in the backstage venue where they're all mixing and relaxing after the show. Nobody seems concerned to see Marvus carrying in a 90% dead alien, or particularly rattled after witnessing thousands of trolls savagely cannibalize each other either.
Hey, you want a Sandy?
A what?
A Sando.
You're sorry?
Grub bread.
You say yeah, sure, you're pretty hungry. Marvus drops you off on a couch and you lounge indulgently as you wait for him to walk to the catering table and pick you something up. He's back quickly.
Think you can move your arms or nothing, buddy?
You say not really? You're pretty sure all of your bones are basically obliterated.
Ah, jeez, that's rough. Sorry, man. Guess that's my fault, lol. Okay, say ah.
You don't even question it. You obey him unthinkingly. Ah. You nearly choke when he kneels beside you and starts pressing broken off pieces of grub sandwich past your trembling lips. Tears well up at the concern at the corners of your eyes. How could someone like you be so lucky to touch and be held by the closest thing on this mortal plane to a god? You're sure there are thousands, millions of trolls out there who would die to get to experience anything like this. It's humbling. What did you do to deserve this? You're so weak from the concert that even moving your jaw is hard, and your star-stricken sobbing doesn't help either. Whenever a sloppy bit of grub past filling dribbles down your chin, Marvus is right there to catch it and shove it back into your eager maw. He makes unyielding eye contact with you as he allows you to suck the maggoty meal from his fingers. You tell him he's beautiful.
A lot of people say that. I don't know about that, though. I'm just a humble rhyme juggler with a lot of cash, money, and 10 guys filming what I'm doing right now.
When you're finished eating your sandwiches, Marvus kindly wipes all the mess off your face. He's so gracious, you can't believe it. You're so glad that camera crew is here to capture all of this so you can watch it and relive the experience of receiving his kindness again later. You guess you need an answer to the question. Why did Marvus decide to save you? Marvus takes a moment to think on it.
Well, I guess I saw the guy you was with, and I was like, shit, what a sorry motherfucker. You know that buddy be bad news, fam, lol.
What? Zebra?
No way, Zebra's your friend. All your friends are cool.
Except Zebra, he's the shittiest, worst person ever. Come on now, even this guy knows Zebra's in trouble. Come on now. When God tells you he's God. Marvus is God. He tells you zebras are shit. You listen to him. Come on now. Come on now, snap, snap.
Damn, cause that's raw. You okay? You sick? You real friends with that Indigo Dong? Indig Dong. You know he blacklisted all the fucking way out on Clown Town.
What? Really? Why? There's millions of reasons why he would.
He's just a social climber, man. That big blue buddy be a motherfucking parasite.
And he's blacklisted. By all clowns? He doesn't seem to know that.
Well, we ain't about to go and tell his chatty ass. Gonna go and write a wicked nasty review about my business. So we be looking out for ourselves. Us clowns real close knit, you know? Take care of each other and all that cheese. You feel me? You know, if you think about it, clowns really are the most disprivileged associated out of class.
You have thought about that, and it's making more and more sense recently. You'd love to engage in nuanced discourse with him about clown privilege or the lack thereof.
Yeah, cause though we normally occupy a position of structural power in the institutional hierarchy of the hemospectrum, we be subjugate into dampening our powers like no other. Because the agents of the Empress and her abysmal hierarchy know that the unimpeded strength of me and my sick nasty buddies will easily unseat seed dwellers as dominant caste. And purple blood be objectively spirit violent in every metric of strength, power, and influence despite chromatically preceding them. And the only reason we don't rise up and rip the fins off the slimy blue face is an eternity of religious persecution and culturally immutable precedent. What does that say about the validity of the rest of the system?
You can see your mind thoroughly blown. Wow, this guy is incredibly woke, and not the least bit racist at all. You're really inspired by how good he is as both an artist and a man.
Dead straight. Maybe all this spectre needs a little chaos to shake things up. Oh, really makes a fucking think. You hear me?
God, you do hear him. It makes so much sense. He makes so much sense. Technically, it's literally exactly what Zebra said, but like, this guy actually means it. And Zebra is like, no. You make so much sense. Do we? I don't think we do. Together. Oh yeah, friends, sure. Marvus smiles at you as you hold his hands. You don't want to let go. You're afraid you'll never see him again if you do. You're not sure you can live like that. Maybe you can't always be by his side, but maybe sometimes, occasionally. All you want is to make a friend.
Of course it'd be a buddy. Hey, why don't you add me on Cheater? And next time I got some show, maybe I'll hook you up with some wicked tickets. VI fucking PB. Rest Emperors present. Make sure to check out my link in my bio for merch if you're interested.
The promise fills you with so much hope and light and joy. You can't believe it. You did it. You've made the greatest, most ultimate friend of them all. Your shining light. Your reason for being. Marvus. The truest buddy you've ever had. True buds. Hey, Marvus is great.
Yeah, he is. He's fucking best.
And obviously I chose that voice, cause come on, what else could it be? You couldn't choose any other voice. That doesn't make any sense. No other voices make sense for Marvus.
He be real, yo. That's his voice forever. Yeah. Go. Whatever. Bye-bye now.